So my people, what you gonna do now that you are aware of what's happening to you? And Shaitan hasn't changed his method to any significant degree. Iblis is still an avowed enemy. He, cursed may he be, keeps us divided with the slick tricks that he uses, while the prophet, peace be upon him, said, stay away from that which confuses. While some of us can make up our minds whether something is simply allowed or totally haram. Just like it was said many, many years ago, wherever the Jew or Christian went, the Muslim was sure to follow, even into a hole, without realizing that you're jeopardizing your very soul. It's not a good thing to say what you don't mean or to do what's not in your heart. That's part of the crime we commit all the time that keeps us separate and apart. There is but one way, and we all testify to that truth. And the Quran and the Sunnah is the established proof. Yet some of us think there's another way, one better suited for us today, one that uses the rule of exception. But there is no way to improve upon perfection. Some take for their friends and protectors from among unbelievers rather than us, and then use as their excuse, "In Allah is my trust." After all, we are permitted to compromise. In this new Africa, there is a need for the Sharia to be revised. And then there are those who are just diametrically opposed. And the woman that doesn't cover obviously has yet to discover the joy of obedience to her Lord, while those who do know that it's true. Obedience to their Lord is its own reward. Still, some feel that if you don't fana billah, still, some feel if you don't fana billah, then your strive is not real. Or if her pants are too long, then your akida is wrong. Wake up, my people, from this lethargic dream. Sometimes things aren't as they appear or seem. We all have but one mission, and that is submission to Allah. And if you're from the East and think you're not included in this speech, trust me, you really are. For it has been said, to cement love in the heart for each other, eat from the same dish, and drink from the same cup. Which brings forth the question, will the real Muslims please stand up? Now I say that because through the years, I've observed the Muslims eating not in the musalla, on the floor, in a circle from the same dish and drinking from the same cup, but rather standing in the line, in the buffet line, getting their own plate and eating with utensils and not using their hands. And, what was done at one time in Islam amongst the Muslims, to eat from the same dish and to drink from the same cup, that cemented the love in the heart for each other. So I just posed the question, will the real Muslims please stand up?